So this section is all about square root. And the way you get rid of a square root, you square it. So let me zoom in and let's get this started. Number 19, what do? I square it. When I square it, the square root goes away. Negative 9 minus 2x, and 3 squared means 3 times 3, which is 9. And now I solve it. Add 9, add 9. 2x equals 18. Divide by 2, x equals 9. All right, number 20. What do? I square it. The way to get rid of a square root is to square it. That cancels. R minus 4. 1 squared is 1. Now add 4. R equals 5. Let's go to the next one. How do I get rid of a square root? I square it. What happens? That goes away and that one goes away. So 3x plus 2 equals 10 minus x. Now I solve it. I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to move this over here. Plus x minus 2 minus 2, all in one shot. 4x equals 8. Divide by 4. X equals 2. All right, let's go to the next one. What do? Square it. What does it do? By. P plus 3. I can never tell if it's a 3 or an 8. Sorry about that. Equals negative 10 minus 2p. What do? Move this one over here. Move this one over here. Plus 2p. That's an imaginary 1. Minus 3. 3p equals negative 13. Divide by 3. 3 doesn't go into 13, so I leave it. All right, let's go to the next one. Now, hold on a second. Before, it was a square root equals, but this time it's a square root minus 5 equals. Remember up here, we couldn't drop the bars until we moved. It had to say bars equals, so we had to add 9 first. So this is the same scenario. What do? First thing, add 5, add 5. Then I'm left with the square root of 9 minus x equals 1. Now I just have square root equals, so now I can square it. 9 minus x, 1 squared is 1. You don't need to solve this. 9 minus what number gives you 1? 9 minus 8. You could see that. Well, if you couldn't see it, now you do. All right, next one. Let's see. It says square root minus something equals. So the first thing I have to do is add 7. Now, 1 equals square root. Now that there's just a square root on that side, what can I do? Square it. Square it. There's a lot of 1's. 1 squared is 1. That's gone. B over 3. This line means divide, so the opposite of divide is multiply. And 3 times 1 is 3. Let's go to the next one. I've got a square root, but I've got a plus here. What do we think? That's an 8 this time? Sure. So minus 8, minus 8. 2 equals square root 11 minus p. It's just a square root. What can I do? Square it. Now that's gone. 11 minus p equals 2 squared, means 2 times 2, which is 4. Now instead of solving this, let's use some logic. 11 minus what number will give you 4? That's 7. Could you solve this if you feel like it? Of course, but seriously, you can do that in your head. All right, last one of this section. I see a square root equals, so I can go straight to square. That's gone. N over 3 equals 10 squared means 10 times 10, which is 100. This line means divide by 3. So I multiply by 3. N equals 300. And there's the third section.